In the heart of Chicago, a glittering gala unfolds at the opulent grand ballroom of the Sterling Hotel. The atmosphere is thick with elegance and anticipation, but something feels off as Aisha Thompson, a skilled black nurse, approaches the entrance. Dressed in a modest but elegant navy gown, Aisha carries quiet confidence, unaware she's about to face blatant ridicule. The crystal chandeliers cast a warm glow, but the haughty host, Emily, sours upon seeing Aisha. Her smile fades, replaced by a cold, judgmental stare. "What do you want?" she snaps, her sharp tone slicing through the festive hum. Aisha calmly requests to check in, but the response is harsh. This event is invite only. Nearby, a white couple in lavish attire is ushered inside without question, greeted with warm smiles. The contrast stings. Aisha feels a surge of frustration, but her composure holds steady, her calm voice unwavering. The manager, Karen, steps in, exuding entitlement. Her pristine blazer screams authority, but her gaze dismisses Aisha as if she doesn't belong. "You need proper credentials," Karen says, her tone laced with condescension. The ballroom's chatter softens, all eyes on Aisha. Aisha points out the disparity. Why were they admitted without issue? The question hangs, unanswered. Emily smirks. Karen scoffs, treating Aisha like an intruder. A security guard, Tom, approaches, his heavy boots echoing on the marble floor. "Leave now," he demands, his voice cold. Guests whisper, some amused, others silent. Aisha feels a mix of hurt and resolve, but she knows this isn't over. She's faced this bias before, but today, it's personal. Aisha pulls out her phone, ready to shift the dynamic. She dials her mentor, Dr. Lisa Reynolds, her voice steady but firm. "I need you here," she says. The call ends and the tension thickens. Karen laughs, thinking it's a bluff, but Aisha stands tall, her piercing gaze unshaken. A sleek SUV pulls up outside. Dr. Lisa Reynolds, the hospital's chief of staff, steps out, her commanding presence silencing the room. "Aisha Thompson is a guest of honor tonight," Lisa declares, her words cutting through the air. Emily's face drains of color. Karen freezes. The crowd gasps, realizing their grave mistake. Lisa demands answers. "Why was Aisha treated this way?" Emily stammers. "It was a misunderstanding." But Lisa isn't convinced. "This was prejudice," she states, her voice unyielding. Suddenly, a commotion erupts. The gala's host, Mr. Charles Whitaker, clutches his chest, collapsing to the floor. Gasps fill the room as panic sets in. Aisha springs into action, her training kicking in. She kneels beside Charles, checking his pulse. "He's having a heart attack," she says, her voice calm but urgent. She begins CPR, her hands steady, directing a bystander to call 911. Guests watch, awestruck, as Aisha works tirelessly, her navy gown pooling around her. Minutes later, Charles gasps, his color returning as paramedics arrive. The room erupts in applause, but Aisha remains focused, ensuring Charles is stable. Lisa steps forward, her tone powerful. "This is Aisha Thompson, one of the finest nurses in our hospital," she says. Her expertise just saved a life. A young waiter, Jamal, who witnessed the earlier scene, speaks up. "I've seen this happen before," he says, his voice shaking but resolute. He shares his own experience of being dismissed at the hotel, amplifying the call for justice. Lisa takes charge. "Emily, Karen, Tom, you're terminated, effective immediately." Karen protests, Emily tears up, but the decision is final. Lisa turns to Jamal. "Your honesty is what we need," she says. "You're promoted to assistant event coordinator." Jamal nods, his eyes filled with pride and gratitude. Aisha, now surrounded by grateful guests, is handed a glass of champagne by a humbled staff member. She hands Jamal her business card, saying, "You stood for what's right. That's true strength." As Aisha leaves, the ballroom feels transformed. She pauses, addressing the crowd. "Never judge someone by how they look. True worth lies in how we treat each other." The lesson sinks deep, a reminder that prejudice has no place here. Let's step back to understand Aisha's journey. Born in a working-class Chicago neighborhood, she overcame systemic barriers through relentless grit. By her 30s, she had become a lead nurse at Mercy General, but never forgot the value of respect. Tonight, she attended the gala as a guest to support the hospital's fundraiser, a mission rooted in her past. Years ago, Aisha faced similar discrimination at a community event, mocked for her modest attire. That moment fueled her drive to create spaces where everyone is valued. Now, standing in the Sterling Hotel, she saw the same biases persist, but she was ready to act. Emily's coldness wasn't just unprofessional, it was personal, a challenge to everything Aisha stands for. The gala's atmosphere shifts as Aisha's actions ripple outward. Staff rethink their assumptions, guests reflect on their silence. Charles, now recovering, personally thanks Aisha, promising to fund a new hospital wing in her honor. The crowd murmurs, inspired by her courage and skill. Aisha's story isn't just about one night. It's about resilience. Growing up, she watched her mother, a single parent, work tirelessly as a caregiver, instilling in Aisha a passion for healing. Despite facing doubt from teachers and peers, she excelled in nursing school, earning scholarships and accolades. Her colleagues describe her as a quiet force, someone who commands respect without demanding it. The antagonists, too, have their layers. Emily, new to her role, followed Karen's lead, desperate to fit into the hotel's elite culture. Karen, hardened by years in a competitive industry, saw Aisha as a threat to her carefully curated event. Tom, the guard, acted on orders, his own discomfort buried under a need to obey. Their mistakes, born of bias, cost them dearly, but their downfall serves as a lesson for others. The gala's aftermath is profound. The hotel issues a public apology, vowing to implement diversity training. Jamal, now in a leadership role, begins mentoring young staff, ensuring the culture changes. Aisha's story spreads across Chicago, inspiring nurses and activists alike. Her actions remind us that one person's courage can shift a room, a workplace, even a city. This story isn't just about Aisha, it's about all of us. Respect and fairness must guide our actions, no matter who we are. We all have a role in fighting injustice, just like Aisha and Jamal. Aisha's calm under pressure, her refusal to let bias define her, shows what true strength looks like. It's not in wealth or status, but in character and action. Imagine a world where every Aisha is seen for their worth from the start. That's the world we can build, one choice at a time. The Sterling Hotel will never be the same, and neither will those who witnessed Aisha's triumph. Her story challenges us to look beyond appearances, to act with courage, and to stand for justice, no matter the cost. Have you ever faced or seen unfair treatment? Drop your story in the comments. Your voice can inspire change. If this story touched you, hit like, share it, and subscribe for more empowering stories. Together, we can spread the message of justice and equality. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.